Hello everyone, my name is Zachary Smith, and for my cultural artifact, I chose this plaque, which celebrates my achievement as Social Studies Student of the Year for the class of 2020 at my high school. I believe that this plaque represents many of the ideas and values that exist in American culture. One of those values being the value of competition. In America, we live in a capitalist society, and one of the fundamental aspects of capitalism is the idea that humans as well as businesses compete against each other in order to achieve success. I personally had to compete against every student in my graduating class over the course of 4 years, and when I was finally able to win the award, I was able to reflect on all of the dedication and hard work that it took to be able to win it. Hard work being something that is very highly valued in American culture. Another value that I believe that this trophy represents of American culture is the value that we place on individual achievements. This trophy was handed out to an individual, and many of the other awards that were handed out were also handed out to individuals. I think this goes to show that even at a young age, we teach people that individual achievements are more important and more highly valued than group achievements. Another aspect of American culture that I believe this trophy represents is the idea that humans dominate nature. As you can see, the trophy is made almost entirely of wood, a natural resource. And this shows that instead of living in harmony with nature, in American culture, we view ourselves above nature and tend to use nature for our own benefit. This shows that instead of a harmonious relationship, we have more of a take relationship, meaning we take advantage of nature in a way. Another aspect and another idea of culture that I believe this trophy represents is the idea that American culture and all cultures are heterogeneous and dynamic. So for example, the majority of Americans in American culture place a higher value and importance on the future and tend to be more future oriented. However, I am someone who identifies as belonging to American culture, but I place a higher value on the past and learning about history, because I believe that if you do not learn about the past, you're destined to make the same mistakes in the future. So I think this goes to show that even though I identify with American culture, that I do not necessarily have the same beliefs or the same values that the entire culture does. And this goes to show that cultures are very diverse, especially American culture. Another idea that I believe that this plaque represents is the idea that American culture, as well as all cultures, are learned. So my father is an American history teacher and has studied American history for almost 20 years now, and it is something that he is very passionate about. And growing up, he tried to instill in my mind very early the idea that history is important and that it is full of fascinating tales and wonderful stories that can help us learn more about the future. And so instead of focusing on the future all the time, I was taught at a very young age to remember the past and to not let it be something that is completely forgotten about or unvalued. So I think this trophy goes to show that the culture that we learn at a very young age is learned from other people, and we learn it from watching and observing other people. And the value that I place on American history is very, very important to my culture. And I believe that without my father and without being able to watch and learn from him, it would never be something that I would consider so important to my culture. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hope you have a great day.